Hello, this is Robbie ODaniel with the LaFollette Press, and I'm here at the LaFollette Press building and just presenting our first pregame show. Kind of a look at a last minute look at the games that are happening tonight in the county, and then also a look at some interviews that we taped yesterday with some coaches and players that are involved. Campbell County will be visiting Gibbs tonight at 7:30. It's a 7:30 kickoff. And then Jellico will host Hancock County tonight, also a 7:30 kickoff. I'll be there on the sidelines at Jellico, and Logan White from the press will be at Gibbs to bring you all the action. If you check our Facebook, our Twitter, we'll be providing live updates of the games as they go on tonight. And also, we'll have some video content for you after the games, maybe some post-game interviews that you can watch on our Facebook and Twitter as well. And so, looking forward at the games tonight. Obviously, Campbell County at Gibbs. Campbell County's going to be looking for revenge tonight at Gibbs, considering the way last year's game went. Last year's game, it was so tough because you had starting quarterback Zach Rutherford went down with an injury that had to throw a monkey wrench in Coach Price's game plan, something unforeseen, and a dear cost to the team to have the starting quarterback go down for several games last year. Not only that, but some costly turnovers turned the tide for Gibbs as well. And Gibbs, at the very end of it, Gibbs ended up converting on a 4th and 23 for a touchdown that was the deciding touchdown. So a lot of things didn't go Campbell County's way last year, and now they'll be going into Gibbs to look for revenge in a game that really has been over the last several years been a very close contest, and so we're going to be looking at that a little bit with an interview that I conducted yesterday with Campbell County head coach Justin Price. Let's check it out. All right, this is Robbie O'Daniel with LaFollette Press. We're here at Campbell County practice here Thursday afternoon, the day before the kickoff of the season, going at Gibbs tomorrow night. Uh, Coach, could you take me through like what kind of preparations do you guys are going through today to get ready?
Well, anytime your first game of the year requires so much preparation, where you're trying to make sure you're good on all the special teams, your depth charts. There's just a lot that goes into that first week. So we've been preparing not only for Gibbs but game organization for the last 2 to 3 weeks, and we've had some dress rehearsals, but nothing simulates a Friday night. So been a lot of time and effort, and our kids have handled it well. Obviously, we got a lot of experience back, so these guys have been there before. But even today, we're gonna make sure we got everything lined out, ready to go.
It seems like you guys were working on special teams, especially early on there, kickoff return and PAT and all that.
Yeah, anytime you're running 11 guys off the field and maybe 11 guys on the field, different ones, you got to make sure that everybody knows where they're supposed to go at the right time. So we have a kind of a pre-launch where they line up at, and then they run on the field, and our coaches are doing a great job of keeping that organized. And then you got to take into account somebody an injury occurs, who goes where. So it's something you try to prepare for it all, but at the same time, Friday night comes, you'll be making some decisions that maybe we've not went over.
What do you feel like are really the keys to the game tomorrow? The keys to victory for Campbell County?
I think any game it's executing at a high level offensively. Defensively, it's about running to the football, trying to cause some turnovers, and typically the team that plays smart and executes at a high level and eliminates the turnovers and the penalties is a team that comes out on top in week one. And then when you have an opportunity to make a play or get a touchdown, that you take advantage of that. And I think last year when we look back at week one, we gave up a special teams touchdown. We had the ball on the 1 yard line a couple times and didn't punch it in. So those are things that hopefully we've learned from, and that when we have those opportunities tomorrow night, that we'll take advantage of it.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Uh, and we just want to take a moment to thank some of our advertisers that were involved in the Pigskin preview section of the LaFollette Press. We had uh, Goad Motorsports, Demery Market and Deli, Grace Rehabilitation Center, Hollingsworth Meat Market, Party Place, LaFollette Utilities, Charlie's Pizza, Linda Kilgore State Farm, Isaac's Training Room, People's Bank of the South, Valley Roofing, Vital Care Medtrans, Short Redmond Ford, and some others here that also advertised. We also had Maximum Potential Physical Therapy. We had Powell Clinch Utility District, who also advertised with us. Food City, Tennessee College of Applied Technology, Jacksboro. We had 1450 WLAF, People's Bank of the South, Lindsay's Carpet and Paint Center, United Cumberland Bank, JR's Tires, UBank and Jellico, and also we had Community Trust Bank. And so to all those advertisers, we say thank you. And if you haven't picked it up yet, Pigskin preview of the LaFollette Press. It came out this past Thursday. It's included in your issue of the LaFollette Press this week. It has speaking from just my own experience, we put a lot of work into this section, and very proud of it. I believe in terms of football guide inserts, this is the most stories that we've ever had in this guide. It has more than 20 stories in this issue this year. You'll be able to read not only about Campbell County High School, Jellico High School, and about Jacksboro Middle and LaFollette Middle, but you'll also be able to read about some of the opponents of Campbell County and Jellico. You'll be able to read about teams like Clinton and Oak Ridge, and teams like Sunbright and Oakdale. And so you'll kind of really get a little preview, a little bit of the skinny on the foes that Campbell County and Jellico will be facing on the gridiron this year, friendly foes on the gridiron this year. Um, and so I guess we move forward now with a taped interview that we had with Jellico head coach Dustin Buckner yesterday. This is Robbie O'Daniel at Jellico High School here, talking with Coach Dustin Buckner. Coach Buckner, we're a day away from the first game of the season for y'all. The Blue Devils hosting Hancock County in the first game of the year. What's going through your mind here, and how's the team prepared for this game tomorrow?
Just a lot of excitement for our kids, excited for our program, excited to see how we compete against another team in a live game situation. Coming off the jamboree last week against Concord Christian, our kids are confident, and I think they're ready to play.
What do you feel like for Jellico are the keys to winning the game for y'all tomorrow?
The biggest things we need to do is offensively be efficient, be effective with our offense, make smart plays with the ball. When you get a chance to catch a football, catch it and attack upfield. Offensive line, just great blocks all night. Defensively, is doing a good job of getting lined up. Our alignment's going to be huge tomorrow. Hancock County likes to show a lot of different formations, so we have to do a good job of seeing those formations and make sure we're lined up properly.
Are there any kids that you feel like will have to have big games for Jellico to be successful?
Just all our kids. Anytime we put a kid on the field, they need to make sure they're doing their job to the best of their ability, making sure they're giving the best effort they can give the entire time they're on the field. And if we do that, we should have a good game.
Are there any kids over the course of this past offseason that you feel like have really improved by leaps and bounds?
Really, all of our kids. I don't want to single anybody out because I don't want to leave anybody out. But our kids they worked their tails off, especially the last month and a half. They've committed to our program. They've done a great job just being the best Jellico Blue Devil they can be.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Back here at the LaFollette Press, I'm Robbie O'Daniel, and so we're looking at Jellico and Hancock County now. Last year, Jellico went up to Hancock County and enjoyed a very sizable victory, 35-6. They hope to replicate that this year and get the season off to a good start. Last year, Jellico started the year with 2 wins at Hancock County and at Pickett County, and then when they hosted their first game against Oakdale, it was very close, 6-point differential, I believe, and so Jellico, the main thing with Jellico last year is they went 3-7 after a winless season the year before. They showed potential and they laid a foundation for the future. And I think this year Jellico could surprise some people, and we'll just have to see how it goes. But this year Jellico could surprise some people, and we could see Jellico picking up a few more wins this year on in the win column. And now I guess let's throw it over to an interview that I conducted yesterday with Jellico wide receiver Darrick Kellogg. Robbie O'Daniel here over at Jellico High School, talking with Jellico wide receiver Darrick Kellogg. So it's almost here, just a day away from the first game of the season here against Hancock County. What's going through your mind today?
I'm just pumped. I can't wait to get on the field tomorrow night. I mean, we've been looking good in practice and everything, and I'm just excited to show everybody what we've got this year.
Who's been some other players been looking good in practice and
Sean's
leading?
been looking good. Sean, Darrick Ball, and all the wide receivers really. Tony's been throwing good balls. The line's picked it up a lot on the screens and stuff. They've been getting upfield and blocking, and the defense. We finally got the defense figured out. Everything's looking good now.
Is there kind of what do you feel like's been like the evolution of the team this offseason?
I think the biggest thing is participation and effort. Coming in, we were kind of idling around 50%, and nobody really want to do anything. But now we're getting there. We're almost at 100, and everybody's willing to put in what it takes, and we're getting there.
And I guess could you talk about obviously you being a senior this upcoming year, what's going through your mind there, but starting your last season as
It's
a high school level as a football player?
it's bittersweet. I can't believe it's almost over, but I'm really excited for the season to start. But I don't want to see it pass. But I'm excited to play, and I'm ready to go. And
What are like your personal goals for the year?
my personal goals, well, I think personally the biggest thing I need to work on is being more of a team player, and I think that's going to be the hardest thing for me. And that's what I'm going to be working on the hardest is to contribute to the team more than just for my stats.
All right, thanks.
Thank-
Back at the press here. Again, be sure to pick up the Pigskin preview. You can get a copy here at the LaFollette Press. We'll also probably be handing some out at the games tonight. Logan at Gibbs and me at Jellico. So be sure to pick one up. You won't be disappointed. There's plenty of stuff in our pigskin preview, and yeah, and so we're moving forward here, and so we're just hours away from kickoff now, and we'll kick it over to an interview I conducted yesterday with Campbell County Seth Roberts. Dan at LaFollette Press still here at practice. Talking with the Campbell County Seth Roberts. Seth, what's going through your mind? This being the day before the first game of the season at Gibbs.
Thing I'm mainly focused on is focusing on my job and helping get my teammates focused for getting ready for tomorrow night.
And how much, as one of the older players on the team, like, could you speak to how much you guys maybe have been looking forward to this game after last year? You guys had it at home and lost by 5 there.
Yeah, since August 21st last year, this game's been running through my mind, knowing it's gonna be my senior year, my first game of the year. We're gonna come out hype and we're gonna ready to put a butt whooping on Gibbs.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
No problem.